up, my garden friends? It has been such a long time, but that is because it has been hot. And despite the fact that I love being outside and I love piddling around in this garden, I do not like being hot. I can't be hot. Like, I overheat if it gets to like 90. It's a very dangerous situation. So I'm not a summer gardener, but the temperatures are coming down here in Texas in the fall. Now that it's, September. So I am able to get out early in the morning, like now, before 8 o'clock, to get out and do some stuff. And that's when the majority of my work is being done. So today's video, I want to show you what my neglected garden looks like after the summer. It's not too bad, but it ain't great either. Some things that we did in the spring worked out, some things did not. So I'm going to show you those. And then we're going to start working on fall projects, because this is the time of the year where I like to start putting in structures and hard structures and dropping like perennials and shrubs and stuff in the ground so that they have a chance to grow their roots over the winter and come back really, really beautiful in the spring. So let's take a look at how things fared over the summer, and then let's start to get into some of our fall garden projects. Let's hop into today's video. All right, so let's start over here in the side yard. So the last time we were together, I think the only thing that was going on, these hibiscus were going bananas, and they still look fairly well. The summer heat hadn't taken them down too much. They're not blooming as wildly and as profusely as they were, but they still look good. These will move once they go to sleep up against this fence line. I want to bring some of this grass back, maybe. I keep telling myself that, but I don't know. Our fig tree has done what it's done. It's fruited very well. Like, this is a brown turkey fig. The fruit is small. This is the first year we've gotten fruit off of it, so I've kind of just been letting it do its thing. These things love the heat, so that I wasn't concerned about. Once it goes dormant, I'll limit up just a little bit so that there's not as much bottom play, but I'm pleased with it. Let's look at this rose over here, child. So Eden, we planted early spring, and Eden ain't gave me not one rose, but she is, at least now that the cooler temperatures are kicking in, let me see if you can see that, she at least is starting to give some offshoots. So I have literally done nothing. You can see even the bed that we dug out is overgrown by grass. So what I'm going to do this fall is go ahead and put the structure in place to start training her while she's still a little limber, and see what we can get going for the spring. It took me a little while, one, because it got hot, and then two, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the structure that way or if I wanted to do it here. But what we're going to do is just put an arbor here where this fence is to kind of mold the fence, and we'll train her up the fence line. We're still working on our trash can area. We did at least do that because this big girl was digging. So we just put some rocks down for now, but we've got some sheds, or a shed coming that'll fit in this area to cover those trash cans, because I really don't want to see them. Look at Duchess. Y'all remember how Duchess started? I'll try to put some flashback photos in here. Duchess is still a wild child. Now, my roses, when they got hot, they all got like their leaves, I'll show you on some of my other ones, didn't do well. But now that the cooler temperatures are coming in, I'm getting healthy growth like this, where it doesn't look stressed like this. And the new growth that's coming in like this will have flowers all over. Now, she did bloom all summer. There's proof, because I haven't deadheaded. But she kind of self-cleaned herself. And everywhere that you see this new growth coming out has been where we've had roses. What I'm going to do, We just dug a new bed. I didn't record it, but we did dig that this past weekend. What I'm gonna do is all of these beds that I cut out in the spring, we're gonna go ahead and rock them so that we can build them up a little bit, pull a little bit more of this material out, and then go ahead and put the mulch down. Once the winter comes and these go dormant, I'm gonna prune her to come off of the house so that she kind of sits in the yard like this, but she will live alone. There will be nothing else next to her. Next year, I'm sure, we'll get to our full potential, but she's done very well, despite the fact that I have done nothing, like no drip irrigation. The irrigation that does run hits the leaves like it's been a whole mess. But it looks so much better. Our veggie beds, like it was a struggle. We were doing well until we went to Junior Olympics, and then I had to come home and pull all of my tomatoes out. I've got a couple of tomato plants over there that I'm still holding on to, but I'm going to be clearing this out and planting my fall veggies. As a matter of fact, probably the next time you see me, fall seeds will be dropped, and then add our other beds. So there'll be a square bed here, and then one more rectangular bed. I've got to help my son learn how to cut the grass because he's not doing. He ain't going like y'all see where the grass is going. But anywho, but this is a new project that we built. I'm actually going to show you how we built that trellis in an upcoming video, but I got my hands on a Peggy Martin rose this summer. She sat in a pot all summer long, and this rose is a monster. Like, she's putting on new growth now. Even from last night, I just put her in the ground last night, and look, there is new growth. I don't think this rose can be killed, like, honestly, but I got my hand on one, and I said I want it to go up the side of the house, but I don't want it on the house. So I found this really cute trellis at Lowe's on the website, and I was like, yep, that's it. So we put it together. Of course, we hit rock trying to get it in the ground, but right now I just have it where it's in place, packed in with a lot of dirt. I don't know if I'm going to cement it in or put some gravel base in to keep it in place, but for right now, it's holding up pretty nice, and I absolutely love that. So this rose is evergreen, so it doesn't lose its leaves, and it only blooms once in the spring, but it is a very, very, very aggressive grower. Like, I cut some of the bottom limbs off yesterday when I planted it because I'm trying to train it up. I have no doubt that she will be halfway up that trellis within like a month or two. We'll keep our eye on that. But the plan for this bed is we are going to... Bye, baby. Have a good day at school.
Oh, goody.
Love you too.
Bye, Dallas.
Say hi. Since you're walking all through the video.
Hey.
Hey. All right. Have a good day at school, Munchkin. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So the plan for this bed, this guava plant, I don't know. I keep saying I want to move it, but it actually looks okay. So but it has to go inside in the winter. Like, it cannot sit out here. But what I may do, and maybe you guys can give me your thoughts on this, I may leave the guava in its pot for now, just sit it on like some stone. I have some concrete pavers left over that I might sit up under it just to sit it up. This rose is my Eustacia Vi from David Austin. You see how it looks. Like, she looked a hot mess. David Austin said these roses can handle part shade. I don't think that's the truth, because this was on my front patio. And this is what it looks like. And I'll show you my other roses from David Austin. They look way better than this. So I think what I'm going to do is take her out the pot and put her in the ground, because every rose that I have in the ground has done incredible. And I think I want to put her in the ground. But if I put her in the ground, she gets 4 to 5 feet. And I don't want to overcrowd her. So maybe I just stick her in the ground. What I did here, because... Get back. Because we just extended this bed, is I planted 2 garden mounts. So these are perennials. They'll be really pretty for the fall. I transplanted, and she is struggling like a mug. I'm praying she recovers. Like, she's been watered. I hope she don't die on me. But this is my little Kim Rose of Sharon that I had planted on the side bed over there. The deer were killing it, so I needed to move it. And I went ahead and transplanted it a couple of days ago. We have had some temperatures like mid 80s. I think she's going through a little shock. I am going to drop some root stimulator on her to see if I can get her going, but I'm scared I'm going to lose her. If so, I will just go to Proven Winners website and order another potted plant to go there. But I really want that to survive because when it was in bloom, it was really, really pretty. So what I'm thinking is for here, I will just put some more stuff that doesn't get any bigger than like the garden mound. Maybe a couple of grasses because I do like the way the grasses look, and just keep this kind of simple. Leave the guava there for now, and then plant Eustacia Vi in the ground. Put a couple of grasses down. Of course, it's going to be mulched to the gods, and I think that'll be a clean, simple look for now until I figure out what I want to do. If I want to do anything more extravagant than that, maybe I'll put this in the ground, see how it grows, and then go from there. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then in this pot, I'm going to put one of my quick fires because they got obliterated. One of my little quick fires, I think I'm going to put it in a pot and put it in the space where this rose was because it needs way less sun. It's not going to be able to take the Texas sun. And honestly, if it doesn't work out there, I'm just going to X the hydrangea situation in my garden because I think it's just way too hot for what they can deal with. I know it's zoned to like a zone 8 and I'm an 8B. I don't know if it can make it I don't know. We'll see. But that's the plan for here. I absolutely love the way this looks. I love how it kind of hugs. And I think once the other garden beds are here, I can then go in and add the pavers. I'm not taking out the grass. I'm just going to put some pavers in, to add like some little walkways. And then that'll be it for the side yard. Maybe find somewhere to add like a little bistro table. Maybe we'll do, it's so hard because nothing's really flat here. And this side area is also where Dallas kind of plays. So if I leave this here, then I've got this open space where nothing's going to happen. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, fall project number 1, arbor. Fall project number 2, finishing this off. Fall project number 3, adding in like stepping stones in the grass to give a walkway for us to walk through, and building out the rest of my veggie beds. So, y'all remember this tropical line that I planted? Y'all remember these hibiscus plants that I planted? Y'all, they are monsters. So I learned a lot about what I want to see over here. And I think next summer, all I want is this. Just this, because that's really all I'm going to have room for. These will be, I'll be able to make, these are Roselle hibiscus. So these are the ones that you use to make like the teas and the jams and stuff. So I'll be able to harvest the calyxes off of these like October, November, I believe. And look at how huge they are. And they're not finished. Like when they said these damn things get to be 7 to 10 feet, y'all, believe them. This one's staked. This one is on the gangster lane a little bit. And nothing else really has room to grow here. So I think what I'm going to do next year is, y'all see this bougainvillea? I'm giving up on bougainvilleas. They will not be a part of the garden plan next year. They are very pretty, but I just don't have anywhere for them to go unless I put them over here somewhere, but I just don't want anything growing on the actual house. So I think next year, once everything goes to sleep, that pot is rooted in. I'm going to pull it out, pull the boogies out of that pot. This very beautifully colored canna, we're going to move. We'll pull it out once it goes to sleep and move the, the bulb to the middle. We'll push these over next year to the corner. So one on that corner and one just slightly over. The only hesitation that I have with that is if I move it over, it's going to block out this rose. And I don't want to move her because I love this bed. So this one may get to stay where it is, and they have to be towards the front of the bed because I don't want it to go over into my neighbor's yard. So, but I think I want to do 3 of those. And then that will give me the privacy that I need. The banana plants, y'all see this? This is what the summer heat did. It's just the heat's too strong for it right here. What I may do though is pull these up, overwinter them, and put them in pots and sit them at the front of the yard, at the garage, and see if that works. The elephant ear did well, but I think overall, because we got so much going on, like look at this. Like I need to stake this up. There's so much going on with this roselle plant that I don't think I need anything else here. So even though they start extremely small, I started these from seed. This is what I got. We're not done growing. We got a couple more months before we harvest anything off of them. I'm going to have roselle coming out of my freaking ears. But I also love the way that looks. I love the fact that it provides like this closed in feel. And I think next year we're just going to do 3 of those and just let that be the privacy screen, but also be able to eat from that, also be able to make teas from that. That is going to be wonderful. So it will start slow, but by the time June gets here, we will have plants that will be mid-fence. And by the time the fall gets here, you see where we are. Like we will be completely hugged in. And I absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. So this bed up against my house, this rose right here, I think I took pictures. If I did, I'll implant, like, don't sleep on your Home Depot grade A roses. This is a rose Gemini that I got from Home Depot last year. And this dang on rose has bloomed, performed, and looked incredibly healthy. No black spot, no water stuff. Like, it's been amazing. If I can find some imagery, I will, but if not, don't worry. You see that? We are going to have plenty of show and tell for the next couple of months before it starts to get cold. And this rose, I'm going to get another one because she's beautiful. She doesn't have a fragrance, and that's okay, but she's gorgeous, and this can handle my weather. I did come out and prune up, and I still need to come in and do some additional pruning. I wear my rose gloves coming in here because this all kind of grows together. This hydrangea looked beautiful until it got super, super hot in August. When we start getting 100-degree temperatures, this is what we got. I think it needs the protection. I don't know if it's too close or not because over here, this is what is this? This is a Firelight. And then this is a Limelight Prime. And you can see the difference. Like the heat did this. It was fine until we start getting over 100 degrees. But this is as much as it grew this year. Now, granted, this is more than what it grew last year. It still just didn't branch out and do all the things. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. There's no flowers on this prime. I'm going to see now that the temp is getting cooler, if we'll get any flowers, but I don't know, friend. I don't know how I'm feeling about them. My Encore Azalea is blooming again. I think I'm only going to get 2 flushes out of this. The summertime, it was just too hot for it to bloom. What I'm going to do is go get some Bio Advance, and I'm dropping Bio Advance on everybody. Everybody going to get it. Because we've been dealing with this We got no rain, then we got dumped with rain for like a week and a half. So everybody kind of needs a reset. But as you can see, this side bed is kind of clean. Kind of the look that I'm going for. These proven winter azaleas are starting to put on new growth now that it's getting cooler. This one had gotten dug up, I think, by a freaking armadillo, but it's back in now. But overall, it fared well. I am going to have to figure out something about this corner. I might just take the salvia out, but I honestly think that that provided some protection for that hydrangea because it had blooms on it. They were green up until it got to be 100. And then 100 came, and that's what it did. So I don't know. As far as the side beds are concerned, look at Strawberry Hill. Like, she's going crazy. So I'm going to add a third trellis in between here. And look at Little Quick Fires. They just did not, it was too much sun. They actually looked worse than this. I'm getting new growth on these. It looked like they cleaned themselves. They were bad. Oh my gosh, they were bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull both of these out and place them in pots. So the pot that the Eustacia Vi was in, we're going to put the bigger one in and see if I can get her recovered, get her out the sun. This one, I thought I was going to move Elizabeth. Let me show you. I thought I was going to move this one, but I don't know. Like during the summer, when it was hot, this is what the leaves look like. Now that it's cooling down, we're getting cooler temperatures. The leaves are coming out like they're supposed to. So I don't know. I do know that the taller this got, because I just turned this and it could have been my fault. Like the sun was peeking over, so it reached. And I want to transplant it, but it's blooming. And it's got bud heads everywhere. So I don't know if transplanting it or moving it or anything is a good idea. It is also on daily irrigation, and that has helped. It only runs about 10 minutes. I know they say roses don't need that much water, but I've gotten blooms. Here's the proof. All summer long, having it in the pot on the daily irrigation. This is a first year bare root rose. I'm kind of thinking I'm a lever and then just go get another pot. When I go get the trellis from at home, just purchase another pot to put that other hydrangea in and find somewhere up here for it to sit. Maybe I'll sit it right here. This sun gets part sun. So maybe I'll sit it right here and let her kind of recover and see if I can get her back to life. All of my herbs that were in pots are gone. Y'all, this pot, I'm gonna switch out to be a fall planter, but this pot went through hell. I may not even have to switch it out. I might just trim it up because it's on daily irrigation. I might just give it some fertilizer and it'll be fine because I even see new growth coming from the base. I am going to take this out. That didn't do well, and I might just keep that color. I know it's not a fall color, but I may keep that color for the fall. We're going to redo this standing planter. When Dallas was a puppy, she knocked this over and I just gave up because it kept hitting the ground. But now that she's older, she doesn't mess with it. So I'm going to go ahead and repot it up with like lettuces and stuff. All of my potted plants, look, what is this? Y'all know what this is. My Schefflera stayed in the same spot, even in 100-degree weather with daily water. She has done amazing. This hibiscus, I have to show you the flower when it blooms. It's gorgeous. It's done amazing. That's a tropical one though. This tropical pot, because it's been on daily irrigation and out of the sun, it's done well. This hibiscus is gorgeous. It's done well. Look at my on daily irrigation, 10 minutes a day, once a day. And it's amazing. So the pots have done really well. That collab that I did earlier in the year with Rain Point definitely saved my life as far as my pots are concerned. Once I pull out these hydrangeas, I'm going to put this purple pillar Rose of Sharon in between, and that's going to be all for the fall. I am going to come through. I'll probably clean up that Calibrachoa in the corner and put some fall colored petunias and maybe some pansies in here just to have some color in the fall. But that bed will be good. So down here, I hadn't done anything. My crossvine finally started to grow. I think they're established now. So they are finally putting on new growth. I just need to come out here and train them to go along the fence line. I got another knockout that I'm going to put here so we can balance this off. My viburnum, I think, have established and are starting to put on new growth. This knockout, I need to come in and deadhead a little bit, clean it up so I can put on some new growth. I moved that other pack that was over there to over here, but she's going to go. My True Sincerity, this rose loves its life. That one, I think, is getting shaded out, but it's getting some stuff. My hibiscus, that one did well. That one struggled a little bit from the sun. And then my magnolia tree, she is still, she didn't grow a whole lot this year. But this is her second year, so next year I'll give her an opportunity. But I've got 30 bags of mulch in the garage that I'm going to come out and mulch all of these beds and get them cleaned up so that I can get active out here again. But that's pretty much how this side of the yard figured out. Down below, I ain't going down there. I saw a snake, so I have to get some footage down there later. But I am excited that it's fall, and I am excited to get back out here and share that progress with you. But I just wanted to kind of give you a kind of tour after we hadn't done much, because outside of doing this, I've done nothing but let God do what it do. Like in the last week is when I have done this. So hopefully, here, let me come back on camera. So now that our mornings are super cool, my goal is to get out here and be able to, do the things that I've been wanting to do, but it was just too hot to do, get stuff cleaned up, get new plants in, all that new stuff, and get ready to start working in the front, creating tree rings, all that good stuff. So now that the fall is here, we can pick back up on the projects. We can get back into our couple of times a week shows. I just wanted to give you that neglected garden tour after the summer and see how you guys are doing. And we'll be back in a couple of days to show you how I put the trellis together, pull that new bed together, show you how that's going out, and get this fall planting season started. Thanks for watching, guys. I've missed you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.